Hey guys, this is Sanjay from FTC Team 7477, Super 7. Today, we're going to talk about records for immutable data classes. So Java records let you create immutable data classes quickly. They automatically generate constructor, getters, and two string methods. So in this video, we'll create a 2D point record and a static factory method for polar coordinates. In other words, converting from normal coordinates like x, y to polar coordinates using angles. So let's start. Okay, so start for our class name, and we can go straight into our point record. So public record point, since these are the normal inputs for coordinates. So now in this, we can create our static factory. So public static point from polar. And we can intake double R, because that's how it's usually called, the distance from your point to the origin, and double theta, the angle at which your point is at. Double R and double theta. So in our static factory, we can return new point, and that's how you convert from a normal one to polar. So you would take R times the cosine of your angle, and likewise for y, you do R times the sine of your angle. Okay. So now let's try this out in our main method. So public static void main string args. Okay. So now let's create some new points. So point point P1. Let's just call this our new point. And we can just say it's free for, right? Something simple. And P2, we could use our from polar method, right? So point P2 equals point dot from polar 5, and it's going to be in radians by default. So we do, what is it, math dot pi, and let's use over 4 for what, 45 degrees. Yeah. Okay. So now let's print out our points. So P1, P2. Let's run this and see how it goes. So we have our first point here, which is just a normal Cartesian coordinates, and now from polar converts our point from polar coordinates to Cartesian coordinates. So it prints out the result of that. And they're the exact same because it's at a 45-degree angle. But that's besides the point. So in this program, point is a record. It's immutable and concise. Our constructors automatically generated. Getters exist for x and y. And from polar is a static factory that calculates x and y from polar coordinates. In main, we can demonstrate both of our methods. So records reduce redundant boilerplate code while keeping objects safe from unintended mutation. Thank you guys for watching this 3% programming video, and see you next time.